because we are playing Super Giant's Pyre. This is a patron requested game by Leander, so thank you for this. That means we'll be doing it for the next couple of weeks here. And it is super duper appreciated. If you want to suggest a game for me to play, you can do so as well by supporting me for at least 1 month at $25, the $25 level. Over at patreon.com/LeoHistory. And so now we get to go play basketball with depression. Who's ready? Parkour should be an Olympic sport? I'd agree with that too. I would absolutely agree with that. It sounds like it would be very fun. I am not good at basketball. Oh dear lord no. I am quite the opposite of good at basketball. So first things first. Supergiant, goddamn, stop making pretty games. It's not acceptable. Olympic HEMA. Honestly, Olympic fencing are full of cowards. Your days in the downside brought slow, lonesome agony. Now, as you lie yielding to the elements, something rumbles into view. 3 shapes emerge, each clad in strange attire. Another piece of filth expelled from the Commonwealth. See, right on schedule. What did I tell ya? You told us we would find someone alive. Someday! I said we find someone alive someday! Just not today, I guess, but don't be glum. You know I see you frowning underneath that mask. Looks like he's breathing. It seems he still is. Then stand aside. I shall send him to a better place. He's a he? Can you people just tell? Hang on. The markings on his rags. I think he's one of them. But look at him. He is beyond our help, and we are beyond his. Broken, shaking, starving, probably diseased. Yeah, good luck with that, chum. See you back at the wagon. Indeed, the day grows dim. You have, at best, an hour. Understood. I won't be long. After the others leave, the man turns to you and begins unfastening his mask. I do not think they are speaking a real language, Kosek. I'm not sure. Hello, my friend. Don't care who you are or what you did. None of that matters anymore. All of us, we're equal nothings here. You are parched, and he gives you drink. You ache, and he binds your wounds. Very, very theological. Very Jesus imagery. You hunger, and he gives you food. Little by little, it helps. There. Turns out you're tougher than you look. Name's Hedwig. Now, come on. 2 tips! You sense no ill intent as he helps you up and leads you to an old black wagon. Nothing like the stately vessels that paraded Commonwealth criminals through alabaster streets. Excellent. Exact meanings of all throughout the centuries. Hedwig beckons you to enter the black wagon. Well, well, well. The weather-beaten wagon is as much a mess inside as out. You see the masked woman and the talkative creature taking stock of ancient-looking books. I'm back. And with a guest. She loosens the clasps on her mask. You may call me Jodariel. As for myself, the small one struggles with his mask. Jodariel soon assists him. Ow! That is to say, you may regard me by the name of Ruki Greentail. Smallest yet loudest. Fair enough. Yeah, masks as their day-to-day wear is an interesting thing you see occasionally in more strange fantasy stories. This, the Hollow Knight, and Xenoclash all come to mind. Can't think of many IRL cultures that have masks. Yeah. Yup, I can't think of any other, but I would add to your list Facade from Neo Replicant. And, right, they use explicitly, I think it's Benin? Masks from Benin? Which are full of various, right, are used for a lot of occasions. I just don't know every. I don't think it's an everyday thing, but are used for more than just super rare occasions. Such pleasantries out of the way, the horned woman then motions to the others. She glances at you sidelong as she speaks. Can he do it? Hope so. I haven't asked him yet. What? But what are we waiting for? Hey, chum, nice meeting you and all, but tell me something. You know how to read or what? He's asking if you are a reader. Literacy has been prohibited for centuries. Those with knowledge of the old ways violate the law of the land. Interdastic. Interdastic. Chat, do we know how to read? I mean, yes, but do we know how to read? Yep. Alright. Readers we are. A good point, Leander. Let us make a quick escape. Let's try that again. You confirm their suspicions. There's no use trying to hide it now. Well then, glory days, because it just so happens my associates and I, we got ourselves some nice material here for someone just like you. Reader, you still live thanks to us. We ask for something modest in exchange. Let's pull that down. There we go. Sorry to put you on the spot like this, my friend. The exiles indicate the books in their possession. Have a look. Book. Old raiments, colorful robes, and ceremonial masks adorn one of the wagon's walls. Well, hello, rats. You have how very glowing eyes you have. Odd creatures. Hungry-looking creatures roost near some sort of attic. There is nothing you can do for them now. Rickety ladder. It likely leads to the wagon's centrifuge, judging by the gibbering creatures up there. Intricate sigil. A symbol of some sort is sent to the wagon's floorboards. You cannot sense its purpose. The minstrel. A figure sits very still in the corner of the wagon. Now is not the time to check on him. The Black Wagon's common room must be back there, though you do not feel very welcome now. Beyond lies the boundless downside. Even if you could run, you would not get very far. Book. You pick up one of the old and heavy volumes, bound in materials you do not recognize. Look at how pretty it is! Oh, great. Great. So, this script is what's known as an insular half-fun seal. Yeah, it's this stuff. It is best known from Irish manuscripts, but also early English manuscripts, and it is probably my favorite medieval writing style. Forward. A formal welcome undersigned by the 8 scribes. You, dear reader, are an exile of the downside, such as we, the 8 who wrote this book of rights. That you possess it and have capacity to clean its words is testament enough to your potential. Thus we reveal a path from this forsaken place to freedom, a homecoming, and glory. The stars themselves shall be your guide. Ere the turning of the year's first solstice, seek the nearest longitude beneath the brightest of 8 as they align as shown. Arrive as a triumvirate, clad in the raiments of the rites, bearing this book. Oblige the voice that tells you more. Okay, but hold up a minute. I hear you, scribes, but I need to look at the astrological symbols. Another thing, by the way. Nearest longitude? No. Not in a medievalist thing. In a medievalist thing, that you have no way to calculate longitude. So, that's a problem. That's a problem. Wolfie, has this solved your accessibility concerns? Calculating longitude had a big thing. Right, there's a whole competition for how to do it, and I believe it was in the 1600s that we first were able to precisely calculate longitude. It's... Okay, that's helpful. So... looks like all of these are fictional signs, but you can actually see a couple of things here that are helpfully useful. Firstly, you've got some of these, which, like this one, this one, this one, and to a lesser extent this one, are all in some way reminiscent of early modern astrological signs. Which are still in use in astrology today. None of them are actually exact, but they are similar. The other half of things here that's interesting, though, is that a lot of these are cuneiform-esque. Is it 18th century? I thought it had been later 17th. Alright, I stand corrected. Longitude is 18th century. Thank you, Riley. Right, that one's pretty clearly cuneiform. These ones are cuneiform. And so it's implying a history that really goes back to Sumeria. Babylon. For these histories and these stars. Which is helpful because a lot of our ideas of like the zodiac, etc. do go back that far. So, you know. Calculating longitude on land is also not a thing. Right, Jay Pasco? Because longitude on land doesn't matter as much. Right. So, right, you could come up with the idea of, oh yeah, there are vertical lines that go around the globe. But it doesn't really matter because that's not how anyone navigates. So, it's kind of a moot point as to whether it exists. Made the reward in 1714. Thank you. The book describes a complicated method through which exiles can return to the Commonwealth. The words swim through your mind as headwind gets your attention. Well, friend, what does it say? But then your vision starts to fade and blur. You feel your body weaken and give out. Let's see. We can actually check this. Luckily for pauses, it's fine. Let's see. Helios map. I'm gonna quick pull up Artelius map and see if it has longitude marked on it. Oh, it super does. Interdastic. And that's that's beforehand. So that's... Let's see if I can get a good... Let's see if I can get a good image of it here. Because this is the Ortelius. Oh, what year is this dated? Boo. Ortelius Atlas should be 17th century. And if very clearly, here, let me share my screen with, or share the window capture with y'all. Come on. There it is. So, right, you can very clearly see it, though I cannot remember. I'm completely blanking on the dates, but I think it's before we can get reliable things. So, you can clearly see the longitudinal markings. Hopefully, there it is. 1587? So, I mean, I stand at least partially corrected in that longitude is an idea long before then. Long before we're able to reliably calculate it. I still stand by the idea that it is not important as far as things go. Right. It can be vaguely useful for cartography, but pre-early modern, it certainly isn't a thing.
Dare you tamper with forbidden knowledge?
Mm-hmm.
So soon after your sentence into exile.
Yep.
'Tis true what the book says. You can be free again.
Thank you.
Perhaps not you yourself, but someone worthy of the privilege.
Oh, shush.
You witness now the path toward salvation. You witness the rights, the one way to return to glory. Though in your case, I hardly think it possible. Yet, by the grace of the scribes, it is my duty to inform you anyhow.
We will come back to that in just a second. Apologies, I am in the wrong tab on my overlays. Indeed. To achieve salvation, put ball in who? It worked. So it is true.
Oh my.
Yeah, but what now? And where'd the reader go? He should be out there still. For now, we have to put our faith in him. He could abandon us. He won't. We look upon the three of them from beyond as Hedwig then calls out to them. Reader, we aim to free ourselves. We will not grow old and die in the downside. And now, I swear to you, when we get out of here, you're going to come with us. But first, we need your help. Show us the way. Freedom. You focus all your mental faculties to do as Hedwig asked. Ball.
A celestial orb falls from the heavens when the time is nigh. Exiles conduct the rites as a triumvirate, for they must prove their trust in one another, not just in themselves. The three must act as one.
Only one can move at a time.
Now plunge into the pyre with the orb and be purified.
Hey. So, please point the correct direction. Please point the correct direction. There it is.
Yes, the exile Hedwig has the way of it. Whoever steps into the flame is banished for a time.
I see.
His or her cohorts must make do on their own.
Interesting.
Oh, but it is not so simple. In the rites, you shall face adversaries whose own freedom is at stake. Beware the aura that surrounds them, as they shall beware yours. The aura is your wrongdoing. Accept it as a part of you.
Interesting.
Cast your aura like a stone.
Kaboom.
Correctly done.
Kaboom.
Again. Just so. A glorious performance, I admit. More than I expected from the likes of you. Grasp the orb once more. The orb absorbs the aura, then the orb quenches the flame. Now I say jump. Leap with all your strength. Thus sails the orb into the waiting
Interesting.
flame.
So,
Now snuff out the adversary's pyre whilst yours yet burns. How sad for that one there. A shameful outcome.
rip.
Flailing
The
shan't
fact
do
that this is
anything,
mouse
Rita.
controls is weird. I'm not used to the mouse controls here, to be sure.
Banished. A rude predicament for the Beyonders. Sublime.
Left.
Now take it.
Whee.
Magnificent.
It's designed for keypads. This makes way more sense.
The orb.
Ah, rip.
The orb is loose. The right
Got it.
is complete.
Alright, Ailey.
There.
Have a
dear
good night
reader.
then. Designed for
you
gamepads.
understand.
Well, this is a resolvable
Or
problem.
do you? This was
We
but
can-
a glimpse of that which lies ahead.
We
I
can
would tell you to
absolutely
turn
fix
back,
that problem.
cast down your hope.
Yeah.
But all those such as you, you never listen.
Thank you, Judge. The others are still picking themselves up as you awaken. Well, that was something. That was our way out. So we just follow the stars, or what? Supposedly. Reader, come, let us regard the night. Jadaria leads you outside, where a clear night sky awaits. Now, show us, before the Howlers catch our scent. Where shall the rites commence? Seek out your destination. Ooh, fancy schmancy writing. Interesting. Dominion, the Olden Star, star of the first Empress. Those born under it seek knowledge and new experiences. We're going full astrology here, aren't we? Caprius, the Olden Star, star of the Moon Stag Hunter. Those born under it are ambitious, though also discontented. Scorpus, the Olden Star, star of the Old Cutter. Those born under it are wiser than most. Goal, the South Star. The South Star burns bright over a massive ridge of stone, much farther than the naked eye can see. Hmm. 200 leagues due east. The Ridge of Gol. The fossil remains of the serpent titans slain by Golathanian yet loom over those living in its shadow. Hey look, it's a Chaos Conf. Chat. We got Chaos Conf.
Consilia.
Great, and we're supposed to get there when exactly? Very soon, according to the stars. You should be able to arrive in time, if you make haste. Then we had best get started. Well, this ought to be good for a few laughs at least. What do you say, Jody? Jadariel turns to you, studying you. Reader, do not deceive us. Pray we make good use of our remaining time. What she means is, glad to have you aboard, chum. We're counting on you, my friends. See you inside. Yeah, okay, I mean, right, a giant serpent titan slain by a culture hero named Gold. I don't know, sounds pretty Chaos Conf to me. Freedom. The rites are the key. An ancient ritual competition through which the worthiest exiles regain their freedom. It is a lot to take in. True. Weird. Do we actually get to control space? Downside Prairie. God, gorgeous. Gorgeous insular. You arrive in Downside Prairie, where the road ahead is forked. There is a lack of consensus about which way to proceed. I'm telling you, we ought to take the Northern Pass. Got an associate holed up in Holyrood I got to pay a visit to besides. Dog. The northern route to the Ridge of Gold goes through a small exile encampment. Every so often tempests come and scour away the huts and hovels, but they always crop back up. Fie on your associate. Best we head to Blooming Pool. And avoid detention. And get stuck in a bog while we're at it. The dispute continues, as Headwind listens for a while. What if the reader settled this? He marks the way. We get us there. If these rites are meant to test our faith, then we best learn to trust the reader's instincts in our path. No second-guessing him along the way. Can we all live with that for now? Okay, hold up a minute. Outfits. Their outfits are fucking excellent. I love Headwinds. I love the orange cloak. I love the little flower brooch. She's got the same little like leaf brooch thing as a little penannular style. I love the beaded necklace. I love the mustache. Quality breastplate. Excellent all around. Yeah, sure. If necessary. Then it's settled. Just point out the way, my friends. The stars guide us through you. Yeah, we're going... Oh no. Holyrood sounds suspiciously... Alright, Shelly Pasco. Have a good night. Apologies, I missed things in chat. Am I seeing Ruki's medallion with the paw in it? Yes, I am. It's excellent. He's so stylish. Do we help the puppo or hot lady? Hot giant lady. Or puppo. See, these are the difficult decisions that video games can force upon us. Do we help cute dogs or buff ladies? Moral decisions for we help the puppy. We'll help the hot giant lady next time. As you pass through the squalid little area, you hear boisterous voices coming from what looks to be a public house. Rookie stumbles forth from it, holding something in his paws. Oh, hey chum, just wrapping up a real important exchange back there. Hang on to this for me, will ya? We'll have to drop it off if we head further north. You received a plain parcel. You cannot tell what is inside. We'll head to the bog next time. Doggo priorities. And we made it. The black wagon grinds to a stop at the base of the Ridge of Gold. The others assist you to The others ask you to assist with making preparations for nightfall and the commencement of the rite. Commence the rite. Page revealed. The first exile. Drive him. Creatures such as this must have been bred to push the black wagon along. Headwind's cooking tins. What passes for cooking supplies in the downside, Headwind does most of the cooking. Greentail family portrait. A reasonable likeness of a younger Rookie with his mother and uncle. Excellent. Fan. A figure sits very still in the corner of the wagon. He is unresponsive, but seems to be alive. Sparkly. The first exile, in the words of Golgolathanian, the Master General. You know perhaps the thrice-cursed name of Solium Mur, the Emperor of Sar, the first exile, and my liege. This chapter concerns him and those who found him in the downside. Each of us was sent to take his life. Such was the hatred for him in and around his country. Yet we found in Solium Mur a man transformed, in body, mind, and spirit, a man deserving of much more than mercy. In time, he named us all his scribes, and he became the eighth. It is my greatest honor now to share with you his deeds. To know his story is to know the rights. Hello. Hey John, appreciate you taking us through Holyrood back there. About that, are you certain that parcel will fetch us an adequate price at the slug market? Surely we could have procured some sort of rare fungus had we gone the other way. Much as I love the idea of procuring rare fungus there, Jody, we said we wouldn't go around second guessing our good chump's decisions, right? Jadariel says nothing in response, but soon changes the subject. Night falls soon. Come along, Greentail, we have much left to prepare. The two of them soon go rummaging about through the raiments and the books strewn about the wagon, leaving you to your own devices. Jody's throw rug, fashioned from a howler's hide, sends their ilk a clear message. Jadariel says not to step on it. Intricate sigil. A symbol is set in the wagon's floorboards. The Book of Rites describes the need for such a thing. Alright, let's play sports. As darkness falls, your fellow exiles stand together, clad in the raiments of the rites. The preparations are set. However, everything is still and calm. Soon, they grow restless. Keep telling you there's nothing here. What a bunch of idiots we are. And just CJ, thank you for the follow just now. I appreciate it. If you don't mind saying hi, saying how you came across us, that would be awesome. I want to know. I want to know how you... where people are coming from, you know? If we traveled all this way for nothing... I don't think we did. Look up. Four, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh, that's such a pretty symbol. Hello. The goal of each rite is to extinguish the adversary's pyre using the celestial orb that falls from the sky.
Reader,
all right, Billy Warren.
the stars align at last.
Have a good night.
You reach the Ridge of Gaul at the appointed time, and your triumvirate is ready. Your adversaries in the rites this eve shall be the Accusers.
Spooky.
Whosever pyre yet burns once the other is extinguished shall step closer to freedom. Now let the rites commence.
Okay. I hear you, but pass, Auracast, jump, sprint. Gotcha. Pass, so pass is that, Auracast is that, jump is that, sprint is that. Got it. The stars are aligned and your pyre burns bright. Across from your companions appear several others, also clad in raiments. Your adversaries in the rites. Everyone ready? Let's hope so. Be still, we have a visitor. The one whom she refers to steps forward. At last, the Nightwings grace us with their presence. I see that reports of your demise have been exaggerated after all. Even I was beginning to think you were gone for good. Nobody moves, save for the man robed in gold who unfastens his mask. Surprised to see old Wendell again? I trust you remember my face, though you must have assumed never to see it again after last time. Never had I come so close to freedom, only for you to dash my hopes. Now I and the accusers shall repay that affront. Sheldon Masquerade takes position with his comrades. It is time. From the shadows you clutch the Book of Rites and focus on the task at hand.
Begin!
Easy.
Accusers underestimated you? Shoot now.
Ah, whiffed it. Ah, so close.
An opportunity.
No. Nay. Honestly. Got it. The judge is just a commentator. Excellent. Love it. No! I shall not accept defeat from you again. Hear me, accuser, stand your ground, let your auras boil and rage.
It seems that you have flustered the accusers.
We have rattled them, they mean to draw us out. Now we'll just have to run more circles around them.
Have you any idea what that Lendl did to deserve his exile?
Whiffed. Unlucky.
Somebody get the orb. Deliverance.
Meh. I'll take it.
Banishment.
Ugh. Ow.
Seize the orb.
Oop.
The orb taken.
Oh, come on. I disagree. I disagree.
Was almost cool.
Mine. Give it to me. Got it.
A daring display. Flinging
Doggo
the orb
Doggo
into
is
the
speedy as
flames
heck.
like that. You elude banishment using such tricks.
Ah,
Poor
unlucky. No. Ah, unlucky.
stand not in glory's path.
The doggo is so good. Doggo is. See, the only problem of doing this is that I'm worried about like long-term health of the doggo.
Alas for Lendl.
Ah. Ow. Damn it, not what I wanted to do, but that's alright. I'll get it before it matters. Or I'll just let you pick it up, and then you'll walk into it, and then you'll die. And then you'll die.
Audacious, aren't we?
And then you'll die. No.
Now then.
We'll take that trade. Now we'll burn you, and then we'll burn you. With all them dead, I can burn you and then dash in. Oh, I almost accidentally got it in. Ugh. Ah, so close. That's alright.
Engulfed within the order.
I mean, I think being way more hectic is probably the correct choice. But... Ah, whiffed it. Boo.
Alas for Jodariel.
Oh, that was bad. I thought I dodged that. Oh well. You're too slow. Luckily they're bad, so I'm not too worried. Ah,
The
boo.
orb slips from your clutches.
Kaboo. That's alright, we got it.
A weak attempt, and yet it hit the mark.
We got it.
No more than a lick of flame remains. The orb is up. Not much of a splash that time.
Aw, I disagree. Game. How unbelievably rude. Oh, hello.
The orb. That cur of yours is banished. That's it.
Done. What? What? No. No.
And it is done.
That was dumb. How did that not work?
You have prevailed.
Oh well.
Rejoice then in your single fleeting victory.
Yeah. Look, we had the intense game of the Sports Bowl, and only technically won. Your deceit may have earned you a hollow victory, but know this. The accusers will not forget your wickedness, and when next we meet, you will rue the day.
Bask now in the wisdom of the scribes.
Hooray!
The
Hooray.
exiled Jodariel has gained enlightenment.
They have withstood
Only
worse
the
nights than this,
enlightened
though
can
few
regain
as
their
strange.
freedom.
Oh, we get mastery skills. Oh, we get stained glass as mastery skills. I see. Since the rights mastery can have to deal with strength and physical prowess. Uh-huh. 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 Uh-huh.
The demon scribe bestows his favor.
Hooray! Progress. After the rites, the accusers disappear into the darkness. As you return to the wagon, in the still night sky you can see a single star burns brighter than the rest, beckoning you onward. Hold B to fling the orb. The longer you charge, the more pyre damage you'll deal if the orb flies true. Yeah, I guess that makes sense. Oh well. Well, my friends, what can I say? The rites are real, and we're in. The Getting Out of Here Club. Next up on the agenda, keep chasing stars until we're free. Until we are free. Until we're free. Alright, Prichinen. Have fun with... Thank you, I will have fun with my astrology basketball. The VOD will be here. Here, so sounds fine. May as well be us instead of Lendl back there. Anyway, guess we better start packing. As the others go about their business, Hedwyn turns to you. Reader, come walk with me while the stars are still out. You and Hedwyn walk for silence. Walk in silence for a time, before he speaks up. You have questions? Come ask away. We need you in on this for the long haul. Hedwyn wishes to know if anything is troubling you. You ask Hedwin about how he and his companions managed to come into possession of this black wagon, and what happened to its former owners. He maintains eye contact and his smile. Good question, my friend. We're going to have a lot of time to discuss that and many other things. Make you a deal. Read the stars for us again, and I'll tell you all about it on the way. Your sensei speaks truly as he beckons towards the fading dark above. I wish for the lore. Jomur, the Dusk Star. The Dusk Star burns bright over an ancient spring in Jomur Valley. In a giant scorpion. Oh dear. That's a long way north and west. We'll see if this old wagon's fit for it. Then he turns to the others. How's it going, Ruki? His fed wheels clean. Status, Jody? No sign of howlers, everything is secure. Good. Then get some rest. We're headed to the spring of Jomur. At dawn, we're off. Continue our journey. I believe in us. Well, looks like we're going this way. Not yet been to this region of downside. Farewell. Goodbye. Wow. Jeez. The climate here in Jomur Valley is hot. Exile curves run with sand-swept fossil wasteland. Among the 8 scribes, the Alpha Chief, Jomur Manymane, took a special liking to this region. Amazing. It's hot and uncomfortable. On top of that, we have a stowaway. Home? We can go home? She must have latched onto the undercarriage as you cross the ridge. Her manner is odd, though you sense she means no harm. She must have overheard some of your fellow exiles' conversations. And Pachella, you're absolutely right. Can't go wrong with your Corp. Great. 10 out of 10 music.
Snap.
You need but say the word, Hedwin. Oh, come on, you can't be serious, Jody. She's just some kid. Managed to climb aboard a wagon undetected, but still. Do it, Jody. Jadariel approaches the girl and looms over. Listen to me, girl. We can't guarantee that we shall get you home, or any one of us. But at present, we have room for you, and adequate provisions. You may accompany us for the time. Jadariel leaves without a response, presumably to make room in the wagon for your new guest. The stowaway is overjoyed at this. Really? You are so kind. You are most kind to someone you just lost by me. May the 8 scribes smile upon you all. Centuries of oral tradition have shaped the history of the 8 scribes into myth and legend. She claps her hands, bursts into laughter, and performs some sort of dance. Ruki stares at all of this and leans in close to Hedwin. Hey, so, what gives? First the reader, now we're taking turn along? What, we're gonna take in every might, bid, and drive him if we find out true? Easy, Ruki. I think he'd want for us to bring this one along. Who? Sandalwood? Bear name of some mysterious informant. I thought you said he honestly finds someone to fit in every type of mask. Near as I can tell, yours would fit her just fine. He asks how we use our best judgment. Besides, we send her away, she'll go telling anyone she finds about us. We can't risk that right now. So, can I come in? It's very hot and I'm a little thirsty and a little tired too. Yes. You're welcome here with us. One question though. What do we call you? Well, this is just embarrassing, I think, but I don't know for sure. It's just back home they used to call me lots of names, like for the color of my hair. They make fun of you because you got gray hair? That's it! My name rhymes with gray. It's just, they call me lots of names. You sense the girl is struggling to recollect a certain name she felt best suited her. Since her name is May? She looks like she could be a maid, doesn't she? Kay? She could definitely be a fae. That you have no doubt. I suppose she could be Day. Shay, however uncommon it may be. Also Shay. Ray? So many options. There are so many names. This one cannot possibly be right, can it? I got you already. I think we'll go with Shay. Wait, that's it. My name is Shay. My name is Shay. Alright, come from. They call me Shay the Shoddy. But I guess maybe you don't have to say that part because I didn't really like it. Your fellow exiles decide to bring Shay along for now. She almost collapses from exhaustion, so you take her in and show her where she can rest. Faye is also a good choice. Wow, look at those fossils. The black wagon arrives. It is so a peaceful stretch of Jumeirah Valley. Your companions wish to hold up here for the night to give Shay and all of you a little time to rest. Hello. Huh? No new pages around. Nothing new there. Hello. Shay seems to be recovering well since you found her. She seems fascinated by everything and everyone in the wagon. Oh, hi mister. You are the one who knew my name. You guessed it right, you did. Thank you for your hospitality. I've just been eating with the imps and talking to the wagon. The wagon, he and I are the same age, almost the very day, but I am older by 3 weeks, so I'm giving him a hard time. Little brother, I call him. He is a good wagon, isn't he? He will take us very, very far. My little brother, sure, he pulls on my hair at times. I don't like it very much, but he's family. I'm happy to be here with my family. I thought that I lost them all again. I thought that I lost them all. Oh, we have stopped now, haven't we? I guess I should go outside to dance in case the scribes are watching. Bye, mister. Flying back at you, she prances out the door. She is a lot. I have a feeling she is going to be a lot. Blues, you are a bit late. But that's okay. Your fellow exiles are taking a moment to unwind. Jodariel motions for you to join them. Best get used to your new life here, reader. We seldom get such moments of reprieve. Perhaps some further study of that book shall pass the time. You could join me for a little stroll if you're feeling up for it. Always something to be foraged around here. Or you could teach us more of what you know. Prepare us for the next rite. In any case, we do what we can to stay busy. Keeps the sense of isolation well at bay. At certain junctures, you may choose from several vocations. To raise their individual rank in the rites more quickly, grant small global bonuses during the rites, or forage. We shall read the book. You find a relatively quiet clearing to study the Book of Rites with undivided attention. Through Grayer's understanding comes the reader's influence. Focus on which aspect of the Book of Rites? Slightly reduces your exile's banishment duration during the rites. Move faster or higher. Indeed. Tenacity. You attune yourself to the strange and mystic properties of the Book of Rites, embracing such as possible that which cannot be explained or truly known. Inspiration comes to you in a flash, whether from the book or from within you, you cannot tell. You gained the reader's influence, tenacity. God, the art style is just so strong here. The path leading further west splits off, and once again your fellow exiles turn the choice of where to go over to you. Chasing is enthusiastic for whichever route you choose. Indeed. Let us go through the Hive Titan. I don't know. This feels like a problem, but meh. Let us make an attempt anyway. Shay is behaving stranger than usual as you pass through the dusty wastes of Gluhive. The lifeless carapace of Biolanthius still looms over the western edge of the valley. The scribes! I think they're here. I think that they were here. Can you not feel their presence in the sand and in the air and all about? At first you paid little heed, though later you observed your fellow exiles seemed to be in better spirits than before. Perhaps it was the previous day's rest that did everyone good. Your companions gained +1 presence for the next rite. Shay is a lot, but a lot in a very cute way. And oh boy, that scorpion. God, that scorpion is horrifying. En route to the spring of Jomoir, the Alpha Chief hoped bathing here would cure his ailments, but it only made him itch. You hear about all the roving slug market, which appears to be nearby. Rookie insists you take a look after you settle in. Hello, slug market. Page revealed. The last emperor. Hey guys, hey, how's it going, Mr. Greentail? Been a while and all that. Hey Ron. It's going. Say, how come you've opened up shop all the way out here? Isn't this a little out of the way? Oh, well, let's just say you guys, you ain't my only customers. You see, Dad and I, we know this business pretty good. We've been around the block, and so... As Ron keeps blathering, Rookie signals to you in a further way. Here's the deal, chum. Guy informant says there should be something here connected to this rice business. See if you can spot it. Should be able to pawn off some of our stuff to make the trade. And don't even worry about Falcon, Ron. So anyway, you guys got something for me or what? That plain parcel you got back. Take off your paws if you want. I see several things. I see several things. Sell the plain parcel. Hey, you know I'll take it, Mr. Greentail, but you'd drive a pretty hard bargain. Now, you gonna take something off my hands here or what? Moon crest. That's a one-of-a-kind thing, or you just got that, you know, you got yourself a real good deal for me as well, so thanks. Wow, these are all gloriously expensive. Okay. Apparently, any one of us posers can get a little edge of that thing during the rites, I mean. Just a question of who gets to try it out. Decide who shall wield it. Oh, wow. Edwin, you got it. Anyway, that over here is Pete. You know, we've been having some trouble with Pete getting real something or other for all the hopping around, and so you see. Rookie indicates to you, but now would be a good time to depart. Goodbye. See you, Mr. Greentail, and your friend there too. I like him. Seems real nice, you know? It's a slug market. It's a market on a slug. I don't know, what were you expecting? Headwind motions for you to join him. While his manner is as easygoing as ever, you sense his contemplative mood. You were wondering about this wagon. It's a long story, but I'm going to keep it short. You last long enough on the downside that you start to hear a lot of crazy things. One of the crazy things I heard one day is that there's a group of exiles out there fighting one another for their freedom, under the stars while wearing masks and dresses. Everyone I was with just laughed, but something about the story stuck with me, and I started to do some digging. Got in touch with Jody, who I knew. She got in touch with Rookie. He knew who to ask, and it turned out I knew how to answer. That's when I got in touch with our contact, Sandalwood. We talked only through messengers, never met in person. I must have gained his trust. He told me to go searching in the sand folds. Gave an exact location, told me to bring my friends. Then, he said to get a reader. The wagon was almost completely buried when we found it. The minstrel was out cold in the corner, just the way you saw him. The rest, you know. So the wagon isn't ours. The robes aren't ours. And I don't know who the Nightwings are. One day maybe we'll meet up with our informant and I'll learn more. But now you know as much as any of us do. So, that's how we got here. How we met you. Anyway, I'll leave you to it. See you later on. He nods at you and heads out, leaving you there in the black wagon. Shiny. Give shiny. Ooh. So, other thing? Well, right, I haven't been mentioning it yet, but this sort of dyed, page style, is actually attested. Right? This seems like it's an inversion of a medieval manuscript, where you've got this like dark page and then tan ink, and this exact coloration is in fact fictional. But there are manuscripts where they dyed entire leaves of parchment and then used metallic inks, mostly silver, in order to actually write in it. So one of the best examples is a manuscript commissioned by Charlemagne, intended as a gift. And that one, and there's some Byzantine manuscripts that actually do the same thing too. But the pages are dyed purple, and the ink on it is silver. They are unbelievably fabulous manuscripts, and I mean, these are the elite of the elite manuscripts, right? These make ordinary manuscripts look like chump change shitty gifts. And the fact that they're kind of very indirectly referring to that here is really a fabulous way of communicating just how powerful this is. Anyway, the last emperor, in the words of Gol Gothanian, the Master General. How many nations did I scour in the name of Solium Mur? How many countries fell before our spears and blades? Such questions mattered less to me with every passing victory. Our legions swelled across the land, and our dominions grew. The Emperor Solium Mur paid all this little heed. He only tended to his personal affairs. Our legions relished the autonomy. We did not know that the Emperor cared nothing for his legions nor his people. He cared only for that which was before him. One day he learned of such a thing as to befit his name, and vowed to seek it out. Also, the halo here, very saint-like, and then this bowl cut style, very, 15th century of him. Very much in vogue for the 15th century. Anyway, let's play some... Having now had a history moment, let's do some sports ball. As you complete preparations for the rites to commence, you can notice Shay approaching. You notice, too, that she is wearing your companion's raiment. We can go home? Shay, I thought I made myself quite clear that you were not to touch those robes. Oh, I'm sorry, Mr. Dariel. I just thought maybe they were being funny at the time. Unbelievable. Hey, something's happening in the sky. I think we're up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Let's go. Don't tell me Shay's...
Reader, what brings you to the spring of Jomir? Why, it must have been the stars.
Yes, Judge.
Although it seems that your triumvirate now numbers 4 exiles, not the expected 3.
Yeah.
The rules of the rites were not created for you to besmirch.
Shush.
Prepare now to confront the fate. They still honor the traditions of the scribes, and surely have been longing for this chance. But first, you have a choice to make.
The sky burns bright once more as your next adversaries in the rites approach. Their apparent leader is a bent old cur, who regards you with a formal bow. At his side is an intense young man. I hail you, exiles of the Night Wings, and I'm grateful that you chose to grace us with your presence once again. I am called Dalbert Oldheart. And this is my son, Almer.
Father.
We do not greet them, Father. We shall face you in the field this night, and may the victor's pyre burn eternal. But first we offer you a token of good faith, a show of appreciation that the Night Wings have returned. Dalbert approaches you with something in his paw. You sense his motives are sincere as he hands to you a small talisman. A tailwind crest. Thank him and begin. That crow was very kind, and his son, he was so kind, wasn't he? Before we start, I want to help you meet them. We need 3 of us exactly to conduct a rite. We've got 4 now, besides the leader. This ought to be his goal. If someone has to stand aside this time, I volunteer. Not volunteering, Chum. It ought to be the reader's call, remember? Very well then, reader. Who shall it be? I want to go back into my roster.
Now we shall get started.
Hello. Goodbye. We're gonna let Hedwyn take a break this time. You are going to be even faster. And you are going to be okay there.
Shay.
Oh, me, thank you for believing me, because I think the scribes do too. Jadario. As you will. And you don't have to tell me twice, chum.
Now.
Hey, I'll have other chances. I think you did the right thing. Nightwings, I trust you are all well prepared, for these old eyes yet see that the rite shall be commencing momentarily. Are you quite ready too, my son? I hope so, father. Here now, let me show you. Kaboom.
Now begin another banishment.
Boom.
Nightwings are first to strike the adversary's flame. Zap.
Boom.
Blow against the adversary's power.
Look forth, my son, the waters of Jomwer Menimane. Bring blessings unto us this eve. Perhaps our chance has come at last. We need more than blessings to prevail against our father. Please, keep fighting.
A boon come from the stars themselves.
Well,
Shall it be enough
he outplayed me.
to burn this hateful sun?
He absolutely outplayed me. Well done.
Be gone.
No.
Banished, all of them.
Got it.
Rookie threw it in.
Their dog is zoomy as heck.
Dolbert
Got him.
banished.
Got him. Got him. Got him.
Why, that was all of them. Shay plunged into the pyre.
No. Too slow.
Absolution.
Appreciate that the sport is so inclusive. I know, right?
Now go on, just once more.
No.
Too bad for that one. Such zeal. Unfortunate
Rolled.
for the faint.
Yeah, don't worry. I'm okay with that. Fuck.
The flame
I
is
screwed that up.
stricken.
Screwed that up. I was outplaying them until the very end.
Banishment.
Ah. No.
Good.
Nay! I fed.
take it.
Got 2. Got 3.
A swift recovery.
Neat. I just screwed up all of my buttons. I just screwed up literally all of my buttons. But that's alright. No.
Wind.
Got it.
It is done.
Uh, no idea why they gotta keep all 3 players. Because their AI is bad? Is quite bad?
Perhaps you shan't be quite so fortunate next time.
Oh, so we did it then, did we? Indeed. Kinda feel bad about that dull bear, though. Exiles of the Night Wings, the dawn is yours, and may you earn your freedom. But Father, the dawn might have been ours. We failed, and I have failed you. Nonsense. We are the fate. We do what is ordained, and nothing less. Now, let us go, my son, for I am weary once again.
There is much to learn from this experience.
Oh God, you're... Oh, thank goodness. I was so worried that you just already got your next one.
Rookie opened up his eyes a bit.
See, that shows old Rookie Greentail got some bite in him yet. Rookie can jump a second time. Or Rookie is even better at... Phew. I mean, both of those are good. Both of those are good.
From the Alpha Chief himself.
Hooray. They did things.
Until the
W's.
stars align.
Hello, excuse me. I mean, would you excuse me for just a moment, do you think? You're one of them. What do you want? Father needs me. Oh, I'm sorry, I think I forgot what I was going to say. I'm so embarrassed. What is the matter with you? It is against the rights for us even to speak like this. I did not know that. I don't think no one ever said anything like that to me, but then all this is very new to me, and so I thought maybe. You cannot be serious. Yes, I mean, I like to laugh. I like to laugh a lot. How about you? This is a Nightwing's trick. Father told me not to speak with any of you. But I just... I have to get... Wait. Elmer, wait, I think that was your name. Was that even your name? Wait. Aww. Shay. Unbelievably wholesome. As you return to the wagon after overcoming the fate, you notice Jadariel tense up and frown. Where did he go? Who? Wait, the sleeping guy? The minstrel. He's gone. You see, it is true. There is no trace of the lone minstrel who had been lying still in the corner of the wagon all this time. You join the others in search for him outside. You have learned nothing of the lone minstrel other than what little Hedwin told you of how they found him with the wagon. You sense their concern as they scour the vicinity for him. We'll worry about the minstrel, my friend. You worry about the stars. Wherever they guide us, we're going. Well, looks like we're heading way over here. Number 8. Ha'ub, the Midnight Star. The Midnight Star burns bright over the standing stones at the edge of flagging paths. Oh boy. Grim. Everyone, we're headed back east, all the way across the valley. Towards the cairn of Ha'ub there. The accursed imp here felled the mighty bone titan Shaq's 6 shoulders. Don't make me say that too many times. Havra. That's right, we have to risk it. Well, that minstrel guy doesn't turn up by then. We shall find him on this night or another. We continue searching for some time. However, the minstrel is nowhere to be found. Shame. After having overcome the fate in a decisive victory last night, you find Hedwyn off on his own. You sense he wants to talk about your decision to exclude him from conducting the rite. I guess we'll have some tough choices to make before all this is over, my friend. Just been thinking about that. I'm glad you let the others go instead of me during the rite. I mean that, all the more since we succeeded. I don't know what's more intense, participating in the rite, or just watching from the sidelines. Anyway, thank you for checking in. I'm off to make sure we're ready to move. He departs to check on things outside. You sense that he has no misgivings about what transpired, and is more concerned at present about the missing minstrel. Shay's tribe catcher. She believes it brings good fortune. Debating with Ruki. Securing the wagon. Debating with Shay. Glorious. You'll love to see it. And observations. Observations. Nice. So we don't know. We know a little bit about their past, but we don't know anything about their crimes, motives, years exiled, any of that stuff. Interesting. Interesting. Downside. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. I love it. Let us continue. There's still no sign of the lone minstrel, though Judariel tracks potential signs of movement east, the same way you are headed. You consider where to search for him. Hedwyn thinks they could have. Well, let us believe in the hot demon lady. Yeah. So, yes, we have to deal with, the fact that they seem to have. Actually, that's weird, because they definitely said, because they also said that Hedwyn's, he's not human, he's a nomad. Right, that was his race. He's nomad. So they seem to be using, race as a weird marker for both species and class? I don't love that. Blast. I felt certain you would have taken our same route to the spring of Yomar. That's alright, Jody. You could have gone anywhere. Likely there was nothing to be found either way. We should keep moving. You pick up bits and pieces of the minstrel's significance to your fellow exiles. He was there when they first discovered the Black Wagon, but they speak little more of it, for now. And then this breaks down. It goes Kupunk again. Stop the wagon. What? How come? Because of her. They're coming for us. We have to be ready. We have to. Does she mean what I think she means? I believe so. Your fellow exiles scramble to prepare the wagon for whatever is out there. Once you help them settle in, perhaps you can learn more of their source of concern. Let's take a look at those again. Right, nomad. Common folk cast from the Commonwealth and stripped of name, home, and title. Demon. People who survived in exile long enough to be transformed by it. In body, if not in spirit. Swift, dog-like creatures known for their loyalty, optimism, and appreciation for the simple things. And savage. Simple folk ostracized for their deficiencies or differences even prior to their sentences. See, I wish that they had made the past something different and that the race would be moon-touched. Right, because they're the same thing. They're the same thing, and this is worse. Well, Because it's also like background in the wild. They are coming for us. They fear the scribes, they fear the scribes, I know they do. What is she talking about? What's going on? Howlers. Lots of them. Then what are we going to do? They fear the scribes. Calm yourself, Shay. We'll give them reason to fear us as well. We'll use the raiments and the books. Indeed. One of us can draw them out under the reader's watch. It shall be just like one of our rights. It seems we need your help in this, my friend. We just need a volunteer to go with you. I will do it, mister. Please, you have to let me on. The scribes, they'll protect me. I know they will. Gujario exchanges looks with Hedwig. Each one nods at you as if to signal their approval. Dance party. That's the howling sound. It means they're here. Oh, by the scribes, they're here. Okay, I could try and fling at them, or I could just like run into their face. Like honestly. I see. I need to be a little bit careful there. 1, 2. We can cut this way. 1, 2, 3. You stay at least vaguely central, but not too far. Okay. More, I think. There's many more. Oh, here they come, here they come. Oh, crap. Well, that's bad. Ooh. Is it over now at last? I think it is. Oh, those porter recipes. Just then Shay spots something creeping towards her. Who? What? Ah! Da da da. The howling subsides as your fellow exiles scramble out to check on Shay. You find her in one piece, along with an unfamiliar little face. Scree! Is he the best? Can we keep him? Scree! You sense a depth of experience in this creature, at least judging by drive-him standards. In fact, you feel a connection to him. If you concentrate, perhaps you can derive some meaning from his calls and screeches. Scree! Aww. I can now understand. The drive-in recognizes you as the new breeder of the Nightwings. He is pleased to meet you. You can now understand this unusual drive-in. The drive-in seems satisfied at having gone through to you, and you explain to your companions what little you have learned of him so far. No one argues against letting the creature come along. Inside the wagon, the other drive-imps stare at him with something like reverence. The drive-imp joined you. He seems to know his way around. Welcome aboard. You can see the little imp has made himself at home. He rushes right up to you. Aww. 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 Hope to find you thanks to the swarm of howlers. There's no love of howlers, and they know not to mess with him either. He plans to set up a nest that should ward off any further trouble from them. He looks forward to the road ahead, everyone, and believes it shall be worth it. He seems to be saying he's happy to be back where he belongs, and he urges you to keep going. Adorable! Oh my goodness! Fabulous! I guess we're going to the lake sand. I feel like clicking sand is a mistake, but you know, that's fine. Headwind orders the wagon to a halt somewhere in the barren wastes of Jomor Valley. There's someone on the road. Be careful, everyone. The figure, well, there he is. Watching the black wagon from afar approaches, arms spread wide, although a hat and cloak conceal the figure's features. Then the imp rushes out towards whoever it is. The imp is very riled up at the sight of whoever is approaching, although in an almost joyous way. Minstrel! Minstrel! You could have saved us the trouble. But yes, Raptorus, you're right. He is extremely friend-shaped. Tizo, it is good to see you, and you found the others even faster than expected. The imp called Tizo appears very pleased. The lone minstrel turns towards the rest of you. Hello. We have not met, but I know who you are, or who you must be. I returned as promptly as I could. Have you walked those roads themselves? Because I think maybe you have? Hello indeed. You had us worried there when you took off. I should knock him back into his slumber. I did not aim to cause you such concern. As soon as I awakened, I had to notify my client that the Nightwings have returned. Your client? Aye, my client. Sandalwood. He is your point of contact, as I understand. You did not find his wagon by mistake. So, what now? You continue down the path. That is why I am here. When we meet my client, he shall explain. For now, you have a job to do. I assure you that I shall not interfere. But I mean to accompany you. Would that be alright? Headwind and the others exchange looks. Welcome back, minstrel. You got a name? I am sometimes called Tariq. It is a pleasure to meet you, Nightwings. The lone minstrel returns to the black wagon with your fellow exiles. Excellent. Glorious friendship, Tizo. And very enigmatic man with a lyre. Well, man with a lute. Man with a lute. The cairn of Ha'ub is a foreboding sight. It is here that the next rite is soon commenced. Reader, if you have a moment, once we are settled on these grounds, I wish to speak with you in the wagon, at your leisure. Hey look! The shop is there. Well, fancy. The lone minstrel Tariq's musical instrument, with which he chronicles great deeds through song. The lone minstrel and his white lute chronicle the journey of the Nightwings through song. Using it, you may hear glimpses of your past experiences across the downside. Incredible. Love it. Immense. But first, reading. The rope collar, in the words of Golgothanian, the Master General. I knew it was a fool's errand, but my liege, he would not listen. He instead insisted to pursue a certain treasure, a celestial orb, freshly fallen from the heavens in the reaches of the downside. He would be a living legend if only he could grasp it. It whispered in his ear that the Kaelmer rope collar, his elder and most trusted aid. Would that I slew that man myself. It was a simple and yet brilliant ruse to draw the Emperor farther still from his responsibilities and towards his greed. Thus did the Emperor begin an expedition into the Forsaken Lands. He insisted that he go himself. The lone minstrel seems to have situated himself in the wagon. He is very still, not unlike when he was sleeping.
Ligeratus.
Reader, I shall keep this brief as you shortly have a rite you must conduct. You have read something of the Book of Rites, which means that you may know something of my nature. On the contrary, you know not what he means, and he soon senses this. Forgive it me, for I spoke too soon. Suffice it, I have served the Nightwings for some time. Conduct the rites with glory, and you shall achieve what you seek. The lone minstrel nods to you and steps away. Thank you. Goodbye. Commence the rite. You and your fellow exiles gather around the sacred site known as the Cairn of Haub, anticipating the hour that the rites are to commence again. All quiet for a time, and then, from out of nowhere, charges in a gangly cur. He stops short and gives you a mighty sneer. Psst, that's Barker Ashpaws. Real piece of work. Just don't make eye contact. Alright, well, you look at this lot. You got one of our own, consort with the two-leggers. You're a disgrace, there, mate, you realise? Good to see you, Barker. You're looking well. Didn't know you knew about the rights. Oh, I know about a lot of things, my friend. For instance, I know you're going to be very, very sad after we wiped the floor with you here. Don't know about you scratching yourself as well that I am my Nightwings there, but I'm going to make sure all of you regret it, because why not? Sounds good. Sounds good. The Cur Barker laughs away as his pack stumbles after him. You hear them howling and cackling as the stars above begin to glow. I mean, his theme rocks. His theme absolutely just goes very hard.
To the splendors of the accursed cairn of Haub. You shall find the downside grows less pleasant from this point.
Indeed.
But first, there's a tradition to uphold. This time you stand against the dissidents.
Right.
Even now they hunger to defeat you. Perhaps not simply to regain their freedom, but to deny you yours.
Well, we got it covered. We're gonna be fine. As the stars shine down upon you, the pack of curs who stand against us, they continue hooting and howling. Oi, come on, you lot, let's boil some blood. Then Ruki pulls you aside. Look, chum, I don't know how to say this, but I can't go against these guys. Just trust me on this, okay? Your sensei means it. You make a note to ask about his history with Barker whenever time permits. That's alright, Ruki. We can take care of them. Begging your pardon, but if you need another to stand at your side this night, I have someone here whom I would recommend. Do not be coy with us, minstrel. Don the robes if you intend to stand with us. Oh, I did not mean myself. The rites are not for me. I was instead referring to this little one. A creature wearing tiny raiments appears at the lone minstrel's side. Tizo! Absurd. The imp knows the rights. He knows a great deal. As long as the Nightwings stand together, he shall be at their side. Though you need not take my word for it. Tizo, our adversaries seem to be preoccupied. Perhaps you might quickly show our comrades what you can do? The little imp peers at you. He sends his connection to the rights, as he awaits your guidance. Squeaky! Reader, influencing Tizo may take some getting used to. He is inviting you to try.
Another joins your ranks. Mere imp. Although, no, it cannot be. Then we shall see what comes of this new partnership of yours.
Goodbye. Goodbye. Well then as ever, Tizo. Well then, reader, who shall conduct the rites?
Who shall conduct this rite?
First things first, I need to remove these. You don't need this. You don't need this. Both of you are sitting out this time. Because it's obvious. It's obvious who our choice is. interesting. You know, I might actually change my mind on this. I might send Shay in instead. And let Jadariel set this one out.
Shay,
Shiru-sama?
it is done.
Time's up, you swill. Come on, boys. Let's get it. Oh boy.
Commence. Somebody get the orb. Already does your adversary's flame begin to flicker.
Goodbye.
Exactly by the book.
Oh,
From this place.
boom. Struck them all.
In banishment.
Got it. Yeah!
Get out, Tizo. All of the dissidents gone.
Goodbye.
Splendid.
Alright, you lot, that does it. Now we're fussing around, right? My boys and me, we're proper angry now. Ow, 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 ow.
Careful now. Your adversary Barker there seems rather fiery.
I should have fluttered.
Whatever shall you do against so fierce a foe?
Fact. I ruined that. That's alright.
There it is.
That's alright. It was so close. Ah.
Edwin doused the adversary's flames.
That's alright. We got it covered.
It's more like that, and we are finished here. Alas for Shay.
Ah.
Oh, you poor knight.
Unlucky.
You left yourselves wide open.
Yep. We sure did. That's alright. We're fine. What? What?
Glory to
Ah.
the tribes.
He completely outplayed us. He completely outplayed us. I'm trying to be fancy right now.
Yes. And it is done.
But when in doubt, just fly over their heads.
Fail yet again.
Tizo!
Was the will of the 8 scribes which kept their flame alive.
Tizo is the cutest.
The ceremony is complete.
I ought to show them. Aww. Well, I'll be a heaping ball of I'll be a heaping ball of dung, but I can't just believe you sure you lost shows the what for like that. My boys and I will just have to take you a tad more serious next time. Till then, you'll be sure to tell old Rookie Greentail that yours truly, he remembers everything, you hear?
The rites do tend to teach something of trust.
I think I'm beginning to understand something of all this, my friend. Indeed. Just 50% more stamina. Just... Both of those are incredible! What?
The Master General reveals his stratagem.
Weep?
Something's awakened in the moon-touched girl.
The scribes, they whisper to me they do from time to time. Indeed. Brief charge time before she jumps or sprints is virtually eliminated. I love that.
A devious trick from the rope collar.
And
Enlightenment seldom avails itself to simple imps.
feel solemn respect for their rights and other myriad complexities.
Tis the influence of the imp scribe.
Indeed. The influence of the imp tribe. Yes.
Until the next rite.
Splendid was your guidance of the Nightwings, reader. Your fellows are fortunate to have found one such as you. May you find the freedom that you seek. I love it. Excellent start. Tizo has a nest. After besting the dissidents with a plum, they... Now... Punks aren't anarchists. Those aren't the same thing. They overlap, but they aren't the same thing. And how on earth can you have anarchists without a state? Y'all aren't part of the Commonwealth, you know. You've been exiled. There is no... Right, these are clearly anarchists as in, right, people who just want to go around and ruin, like, chaos entities, right? Not anarchists as in, want to overthrow and abolish the state, just anarchists as in chaos. They're not... Those aren't quite the same thing. You alright, Rookie? I think so, chum. We just need a little time. Didn't count on Barker being caught up in all this. You don't owe him your conscience. You'll sort things out with him. You always do. I do not wish to interrupt, but the dark of night is waning. Reader, would you join us outside, please? You find Jodariel and the lone minstrel gazing into the sky above the valley, which is beginning to grow pale. Seek now our destination. I guess we're going over here. Milithe, the Bogstar. Wow, that looks hideous. Radio. Then it is as I feared. We are to press further north, beneath the valley, into Flagging Hands. A fetid sprawl of noisome, festering, unpleasant adjectives. Basically, a disgusting swamp pit. The scribes are watching over us. They'll protect us wherever we should go. Had you been to Flagging Hands, you would not say such things. The scribes have surely turned their backs on that place. If I may, the bleakness of Flagging Hands shall wear upon you, to be sure. I urge for you to take what rest you can, for you shall need your strength upon the road ahead. Your fellow exiles agree to turn in for the remainder of the night. At dawn, you'll have to press deeper into the downside. Well, someone wants to talk. Talk to me. It's adorable. Oh my goodness. You can tell something is troubling Grookey, though he seems relieved to see you. Hey, chum, I gotta level with you real quick. You remember Barker, don't you? Not exactly easy to forget, though. Believe you me, I try. Well, he's got me by the scruff. I've been down here a little while, as you can see by now. But Barker, he's been here longer. Alright. We are going to wrap up soon. I think we're only going to do like one more match. Before we call it a night anyway, because it's been a long day for me. So, we'll catch you in the bot. You've made quite the name down here. As for me, if I need help, you understand, I had a certain standard to uphold. So I figured he would be the one to ask. Then Rookie hesitates. But then his familiar grin returns. So if I own though, right, chum? I got people back on the other side, and just between us, we're loaded. I mean, rich. The problem with Barker is going to take care of itself just as soon as my people send the money through. So I'm telling you right here and now, don't even worry about it, and I'm sure everything on that front is going to end up real tidy real soon. For that, he scampers off before you can respond. It seems Rookie owes a debt of some sort. What is on the line exactly, you are unsure. Come dawn, you find Hedwyn and Jodariel assessing the current situation with a minstrel. Are you most certain? Aye, madame, I make no claim the journey shall be pleasant, but it is necessary. Hedwyn motions to you as they continue talking. Seems I'll have some work to do once we arrive in Flagging Hands. Let's get going, soon as you're ready. As soon as we get there, sooner we can leave. Onwards! Boing! Well, yeah, no, this place sucks. Wow. I'm impressed. Consider how to proceed. The Flagging Hands region proves just as dismal as Jodariel indicated. The air is thick and foul. How far to the pit of Militha? A fetid din in which the witch Militha sieged the physical form of Islach Astralborn. All the way across the marshlands on the coast. Reader, would you join me in the wagon for a moment? We have matters to discuss. Jodariel and Hedwyn exchange looks, then she turns to you. Go see what he wants. Thank you for your time, Reader. I have something for you, on behalf of my client. Before you is an artifact called the Beyonder Crystal. You observe a shimmering crystal of some sort beside the Book of Rites. As you have surmised, the triumvirates you are to confront during the racial stop had nothing to prevail against you. They have prepared for this for quite some time. The Beyonder Crystal may help ensure that you are well prepared in turn. It is a resource now at your disposal to be used at your discretion. Gaze upon it and you shall see what I mean. It is calling us. Hello. The Beyonder Crystal seeks Ruki. You look upon the shimmering surface of the Beyonder Crystal. Some of your senses fail, although you retain a hold over your consciousness. An apparition appears before you, clad in the raiments of the rites, but incorporeal. I sense that you are not a total idiot. She reaches for the clasps on her mask. So, the Nightwings have returned. And thank you, Box of Swords, for the follow just now. Welcome. Everyone chat, say hi. We're playing Pyre. I'm having a great time. It's gorgeous. Oh, but where are my manners? You must be their lovely reader. Please, call me Sandra. She's a wraith, expelled for eternity within the Beyonder Crystal and bound to serve the rites. We met briefly before when you first beheld the book. Well, when you were stuck inside of it. I was among the phantoms your companions vanished there. No doubt, stroking their egos. You listen well enough to that damned voice. Now, I suggest you listen well to me. I am bound and servited to you, along with any idiots whose freedoms happen to be intertwined with yours. I know the rights better than anyone. I can soon whip you into shape if you but take advantage of my services. First, I offer scribe trials. To those friends of yours, if they can pass, it shall be worth their while, and yours. Secondly, my Beyonders and I avail ourselves for practice rites, should you be so inclined. Or you can always come and chat and briefly free me from an eternity of boredom? Well, thank you for the work and thank you for the follow. Indeed, it looks as though one of your failures of yours is ready for a lesson in pen. Ruki! You asked Sandra to administer one of her special trials for Ruki. What the loudmouth cur? Well, I suppose he's ready technically, though I have a litany of reservations about him, but let us bring him forth. Soon Ruki appears in heed of the summons. Chum, why are you looking at me like that? Good practice for me. Heck. Alright, what's the big deal, huh? There's some kind of trick you're playing, chum? The apparition Sandra then appears and unfastens her mask. Shut your snout and listen well, cur. You answer to me here. What? Your mouth runs quicker than those stubby little paws. You have much to learn if you have any intent to prevail in the rites. Let us see how you fare without the benefit of your trusted comrades. Save for your lovely reader. I guess it's you and me then, huh, chum? Wherever you are. Oh, heck. Got it. Come on. Don't do this to me. Heck. What? That was a bait. That was a bait if ever I've seen it. That's alright. 1, 2. Ah, so close. Oh, heck. Come on. I'm baiting you in. Ah, they caught it. Unfortunate. And I got stuck in the corner, so that's bad. I got stuck in the corner, so that's quite bad. So close. What are the buttons for? Sorry, I need to remember what my button to jump is. Ah, heck. That was very bad. What is my... I do not remember what the button is, Raptorus. That is the thing. I was just trying to figure that out. There it is. Okay, that was cheap of it. I did jump that time. I totally hit that button, but that's alright. Heck. Heck. Yep. Understandable. Have a nice day. Ah, damn it. As expected, this Cur's fleet of pub rather slow of wit. No, that's my problem. Yes, we can do better. That was entirely my fault. I was close at one point. Sandra is very patient. She sure doesn't talk like it. Also, there's such a delay on this that... Got it. There's one. What? Also what? That pierces that? Okay. Heck. That was not what I thought. Ah, luckily, 1-0. Botches that, so that's fine. That's bad. That's very bad. Botches that too, though. So, we're good. We're fine. We're fine. We're fine. I hit the wrong button. What? I thought I ran into him. Ah. That's alright. Should be able to get this pretty easily. There we go. Got it. That's how we do it, right, chum? It is, and you acknowledge likewise that you did not do it on your own, despite having to face my demon friends all by yourself. You passed my test, Kirk. Congratulations are in order, both to you and to your lovely breeder. Now, farewell. Woohoo! So, what do we get for it? That soundtrack kind of gives me the shakes, you know what I mean, chum? Hey, what's that you got? You received Jomer's Fang. Wow. For completing Ruki's trial. Well, that's pretty good. Uh-huh. I see. So right now, none of them are worthy. Fair enough. Fair enough. You find everyone is feeling rather miserable. You sense just being in Flagging Hands eats away one spirit. Only the imp Tizo seems unaffected. Yeah, that's fair. Suffer alongside them. A moment, reader, there are several courses we may take through Flagging Hands. If you choose to prolong your stay, it may be worth your while. However, your companion spirits shall likely suffer more. Let's go cold mode. I like those items. Mass grave. The north route through Flagging Hands is dismal beyond reckoning. There's little talk among your group, yet you sense despair encroaching. Only Tizo seems unaffected. Later, you accompany the lone minstrel in pursuit of his task here. Speak not directly to the living shade and be true to your heart when responding to its inquiries, and make no attempt to look it in the eye. The Cold Minstrel offers these and many other words of advice as you approach the burial mounds of Coldmount, where many exiles of the downside see their final days. A glimmer of a shade appears before you as you stand surrounded by the dead. You barely see it, and it does not speak, but you feel its thoughts, piercing your heart and mind. According to the shade, the book that you possess may lay some of the fallen here to rest. The shade leads you to your work. You turn through the book, looking passages concerning freedom and the spirit. You recite such words that seem best fit to each of the fallen you see. It is draining work. The shade resurfaces after a while. It leads you to a hollow stump, then fades away. You found a Nakshra. You quickly put it away. By the time you reach the pit of Militha, everyone besides the imp Tizo seems to be feeling even worse than before. You sense the desire to leave this place as soon as possible. Prepare for the rite anyway. Call for me? Yep. I do appreciate the effort to make the small talk with me, reader. Anything to break from the monotony of staring at the void within this place. Not that I could see it if I tried. She'll laugh at this, or maybe at herself. Certainly I can make talk with my fellow Beyonders trapped here as they are with me. You might expect that we would all keep each other company. There is just one problem, however. We are all sick of one another. She laughs again, perhaps not at her joke, but instead at her predicament. I do exaggerate to some extent, but there is a certain truth to this. We have been stuck together long enough that we have grown more distant, rather than more close. But I had best not wear off my welcome with the likes of you, as I have long since done with all the others here. So carry on for now, and if those fools with whom you travel learn something, come bring them forth to me. I shall see to it that they learn some more. You sense Jadariel's still gaze well before you turn to her. Reader, running about the wagon once again. Tell me something now that you are here. Look at me. Are you afraid of me? You consider the question. You have never before met someone like her, but you do know something of what happens to those who remain in the downside for many years. I mean, are we afraid of the hot demon girl? In the meantime, spicy takes. No, we are not. Correct. Give me midnight spice. I mean, my spicy take is, I think, despite the fact that this game is not at all historical, this game is showing a pretty clear thoughtfulness in historicality that could lead to some interesting readings as if it was history. That's probably not that hot, but given how easy it is for people to deny, right? I mean, Wolfie, you even saw it today. How easy it is for people to go like, oh, fantasy games aren't historical, right? This wears its historicity, or implied historicity, well on its sleeve. And in doing so, actually, right, has a really excellent takes on, like, the manuscripts and magic, and how those two intertwine, as far as we've seen thus far. So, more historical than some historical games that we've seen. You tell her that, although you do not yet know each other well, you do not fear her, and on the contrary, feel safer in her presence. Truly. In that case, I have much work left to do. You shall fear me yet, if you survive this place. Now then, I shall go make my rounds. She walks away, you feel the floor of the wagon shake with her step. She regains some of her lost hope. And more pages. The Empire's collapse, in the words of Golgothanian, the Master General. It was not long before the Empire began to crumble. With my liege gone, his own country quickly turned upon itself. I must admit that this collapse had started long before the Emperor's disappearance, but his decision to give chase after a myth but hastened the inevitable. All the while, the rope collar stood by, awaiting such a time as he could rule in my liege's stead. He would be our people's savior. But his first charge was to organize a search for the missing Solian Myr. Warriors, pathfinders, and scholars heard the call and prepared to seek her out. Now, this is something I actually don't like, because the thing is, okay, you may have someone step in for a little while to try and organize a bit, but then everyone just goes, he disappeared. It's been like a month. He's gone. We should probably get someone else on the throne. Because it's an empire, not a hereditary kingdom. Nah. Oh, hey guys, you know, this place has a lot of folks, but not a lot of customers. Know what I mean? So have a look around. Please, stop. Thank you. I know you're gonna like that stuff, guys. It's pretty woo, know what I mean? If you want some more, no, I know just the individual insights you can get. Catch my meaning. I should stop by some other time. Wait, how much is this? This one's 18. Well, that's not as good. Maybe let's focus on getting the scribe rock first. Because these are all super freaking expensive. Well, that seems worth. See you guys again sometime, okay? Maybe okay, because I gotta tell you, my favorite customers I had all week. We got some roster work to do here. We gotta, I don't care, I care about this. So firstly, I want to upgrade, yeah. So that does that up to 11, that does that up to 12. I mean, that funds the rest of my bad decision making, so that's cool. After curse cast their aura, it lingers longer than usual. Makes sense. Now, you already have a lot of presents, have more presents. You, do your thing. Cool. Grab this. Tizo, you're just gonna like run around and murder people. And then you're gonna be my secondary striker. Makes sense to me. Commence the rite. As you make preparations for the coming rite, you wonder if the stars above will even be visible through the dense fog hanging over the pit of Military. Then, Tizo seems to be very concerned by something. The little imp disappears in a hurry. Oh, is Tizo alright? He was so frightened. He was not frightened, he was issuing a warning. Silence. Everyone take cover. Jariel takes quick note of several hiding places among the nearby crags and rotted husks. You wait. Something about the place dampens your senses, something or other. Then from the shadows, a writhing shape slides forward, its hulking form draped in lengths. The shape stops. Slowly it turns from one of you to the next, each in turn. Wise of you to hide yourselves from us, little nightwings. Yet you trespass on the resting place of the astral born. We shall see you when the stars muster the courage to illuminate this place. The creature vanishes into the dark. After a time, your companions reconvene. That was a bog crone. Though formerly part of the Commonwealth, the bog crones tend to keep to themselves. Fair enough. Indeed. That was Witch Udmilta. She's an ancient witch with an unhealthy obsession for Islach, the Astralborn, this monstrosity. Although withdrawn, a triumvirate of bog dwellers compelled by sinister forces rather than by freedom. Fair enough. Although the rites dictate she cannot harm you bodily, with her, best not to take any unnecessary chances. We'll take what chances we can get on all of this. Everyone, it's time. Let's do it! Your fellow exiles gain enlightenment after these rite, whether they prevail or not. The only failure is to stray from the path.
Why, you made it, reader. Made
Of course
it
we
all
did,
the way
boys.
to the detestable pit of Milith. In doing so,
Okay.
of course, you have disturbed your ancient adversaries, the withdrawn. The deranged witch who leads them has big plans in store, should she prevail in all this. Now, as you know, I normally would wish you a shameful defeat. But in this case, I wish you a little bit of luck.
Oh boy. You know we're in trouble. The crone of Milda sees your companions gathered by the pyre. A little flame as that shall never warm you here, much less survive the night. Hear us, Islach. Make the Nightwings suffer. Even in death, the Astralborn yet feeds upon our world unsated by its own, the scribe Lu's Gloria. Luki trots forward from your ranks. Listen here, you old bag, you don't scare any of us one bit. You or your buddy, Islach. Now, are we doing this or what? Question hangs in the air for longer than is comfortable. It doesn't have to draw Udmil's attention, though. Rookie begins to squirm a bit. Then moves her slender fingers to her mask. Oh god! Foolish Isla shall grow. Isla shall grow. Isla shall grow. He shall consume you ere your little flame has died. That we shall ensure. Rookie remains motionless for time. Whoops? Alright, Rookie, you're in. This is your problem now.
Rookie.
I think Jesus Christ, she has so much presence. God, she's excellent.
The choice is cast.
No matter where you go, Isla shall find you and devour you.
Begin.
Ah, heck. No. Oh, interesting. Can I cast my thing at her, or does it just hit her out? Oh, she just tanks it.
Your demon is banished.
Heck.
Your adversary's Pyre is the first to falter.
Got it. No.
It was dangerously close.
Ah, what?
Banished.
Rolled. Rolled.
Tizo doused their Pyre. Good. Glory.
Extra rolled. Heck. Heck.
Your fellow exiles remain
That's a problem.
banished.
Luckily.
They simply threw it in.
Exactly. They simply walked through it.
Now go. Rookie plunged into their Pyre.
God, Rookie just dominates. The lifeblood of Isla, it flows within this lair and beneath this world. His lifeblood shall engulf you in such blackness and despair.
The witch invokes a profane name I shan't repeat. Best beware of foul sorceries.
Ah, I was so close.
What transpired there?
Ah, he jumped over it. Oh no. I was going to cast and not explode. Ah, that was my bad. No.
Oh, boo.
Come on. Hack. Well,
Poor Joe Dariel. And it is done.
poof.
The Nightwings prevail again. They brushed aside their adversaries without too much trouble.
Well, we had a little bit of a throw, but we did
Thus
fine.
end this night's proceedings.
See those bog dwellers, they're just a bunch of hissy talk. It would seem our adversaries failed to unnerve us. Ha-ha! Islach, we have failed thee, and the deed shall be repaid in blood. As for ye fools, you shall be consumed, and everything around you from the soil to the stars. You shall see. Alright.
Boundless are the teachings of the scribes.
Wow. Another focus, training, prowess. The path toward survival on the blood border. These rites make similar demands of us. I can either get that one to rush again, or permanently. Jesus. Both of those are insane. I'm gonna grab that one. Gorgeous.
Until the next rite.
During the rites, position exiles near to each other and they shall link auras. Linked auras are significantly larger. Thank you. I already knew that. Having thwarted the withdrawn in a solid performance, you and the others have some moments to recover from the ordeal in the relative safety of the Black Wagon. So, when can we get out of here? Look, Greentail had enough of Udmild's hospitality for the time. Oh, Jody, yeah, thanks, I'm good. The Reader and the Stars will point the way, as ever. It's just, so far, we've kept going on north. If that's the case again this time, the Sea of Solace spreads north and west from here for untold leagues. I could not tell you when last a vessel dared to sail those waters. Tizo asserts himself during the conversation. What is the matter, little one? Tizo is trying to get you to come outside, come look at something outside the wagon. Reader, please go see what he wants. You excuse yourself and follow the imp into the dark of night. You find Shay and the lone minstrel already gazing up at the stars. Can you not read the stars yourself then, Mr. Minstrel? The fear is not so simple as matters of can or cannot when it comes to me, Shay. We shall see what the Reader has to say, for this is his charge. And here he is, in fact. Thank you for fetching him, Tizo. Aww. Reader, it would seem the skies have cleared to some extent. Please look upon the stars and see what they can tell us to go next. We seem to be going farther north. Ores, the Azure Star, runs over the ruins of a lost frigate in the Sea of Solace. Well, that's bad. The rites beckon you still further north, towards the middle of the Sea of Solace. That's not good. You're joking, right, chum? Does the Reader seem the joking type to you, Greentail? We do not argue with the stars. You talk like we can just go right out into the water. Pardon my interruption, though. Perhaps we can. To say what? My client, Sandalwood. He has a way of anticipating such eventualities. West of here lies a place called Big Birchroots. All sorts of contraband used to come through there, some of it fatal if touched or inhaled. The proprietor is an old companion of his. She might be able to assist us. Edwin's smile returns. That sounds like our best shot right now. Let's pack it up and move as soon as possible. Indeed. We shall move in a moment. Greetings, Reader. It is good that you are here, for there is something that I wished to tell you privately. Do you have a moment? I shall not keep you long, though I know your time is precious. You bid him continue and make clear your interest in whatever he has to say. Very well, and thank you for your time. And I should further note, matters that pertain directly to the rights I must reveal to you alone, for thus I am obliged. In any case, when you confronted the withdrawn, and which Udmild, you might recall she tended to invoke a certain name. Islach, the Astral Born. I hesitate to say it even now. You would be forgiven if you took the ravings of Udmild for mere nonsense. However, her words, as it turns out, ring with a certain truth. Before the union of the Eight Scribes, when they found themselves here, in the downside, this land was even less hospitable, if that can be believed. It was ruled over by the greater Titans. The one called Islach was the eldest and most fearsome of the lot. Just the same, the scribes managed to defeat it. They later used Islach's own hide and ichor to bind the Book of Rights. However, Islach did not truly die, for by some accounts it seems to be incapable of death. The creature is regenerating even now, though very, very slowly. Its vow is to devour this land and everything in it. Only then can it return to whatever plane that banished it to ours. So, in a way, it is an exile, just like you. If ever should the creature be reborn, it shall be many ages hence. Thus, the ravings of Uldmild are more or less inconsequential, for the while. Yet the history of Islach is inexorably linked to the rites, and therefore must be known. I trust your research of the book shall lead you to discover more in time. I hope all this is of some reassurance, and now I leave you to your more immediate concerns. I shall go check to see how everyone is faring at this time. He heads out into the evening, bidding you a good rest of the evening. What is it you want? Nothing. We need nothing. Goodbye. So, we're going to call it a day here before we move on, because, no. That would be, even I have my limits, Wolfie, and I am at them. 3 hours after a long day is plenty enough. I've been yawning all stream, so we shall let this be. But yes, Cthulhu is real, and it shall devour the world. We feel so good about this, I'm sure it's all fine. I'm sure everything will be fine. This was lovely, Leander. Thank you for recommending this game. We'll be back again with this next week. But you'll see Tuesday on the schedule page. We're going to spend a couple weeks with it. Just until like the next thing starts up. March 8th is I think the next thing. When next we'll have New World. So we're going to spend a couple weeks now here with Great Ace Attorney Chronicles because dang it, I feel like playing more Ace Attorney. But we'll have that, God of War, and this for the next couple of weeks. So, yeah, if you had fun, you make sure you come join the Discord, follow the stream, all that jazz. Also, thanks to our patrons who can all be seen right there. Specifically, Leander, thank you for recommending this game. And to everyone else, if you want to help support the stream, the best way to do that is by heading over to patreon.com/LudoHistory and checking out what you can do. But you're just showing up and watching is super appreciated, and I hope you all had a lovely time. Also, Just CJ, Box of Swords, thank you for the follows over the course of the stream. I appreciate it. As always, I hope you have a good rest of your night. We'll catch you on the next time. And until Tuesday, we'll see you later. Alright, bye.